Yes, yes, yes. What is going on, beautiful people? I am Jose, aka the Cropped Sensor Photographer. And today, we're talking about ISO. You can get professional images, professional photos, and professional video out of your crop sensor camera. That entry-level DSLR can take beautiful pictures and portraits, as well as dynamic video. And you don't gotta go full frame. I heard it too many times that you need a full frame camera to be a professional photographer. Nah, that's out the window. But today, we're talking about ISO. It's ISO. It's called ISO. Not ISO. Okay, that don't even matter. Whether you call it ISO or ISO, what we're talking about is your camera's sensitivity to light. Let's break it down a little bit. You're in a dark area, no flash, not a lot of incoming light. You're gonna need to increase that ISO sensitivity so your picture will be well exposed. But what happens when you do that? You introduce grain, you introduce noise, you introduce artifacts. Your picture's not as sharp, your video's not as sharp, and your colors might not, they be a lot washed out. They could be a lot, not as pleasing to the eye. That's what you get with ISO. Let's think about it like this. When you go to the movie theater, right? When you're in the lobby and then you walk into the movie theater, your eye has to become adjusted to the darkness. When you get in, you might be looking around waiting for your eyes to adjust. But once it adjusts, you're great, you're able to see everything. Upon leaving out, as soon as you go out, whether you're going outside in the sun or what have you, your eyes are like, wow, it's too bright. And then again, your eyes will adjust. That's similar to what you have on your sensor. What ISO does is magnify or increase your sensor's sensitivity to light. Let me show you real quick. If I raise up the exposure, it becomes washed out, looks horrible. If you look to the side, you will see the grain. Let me take that back down. It didn't look too well. Increasing the ISO will, of course, increase your exposure in low light situations, but it introduces noise, it introduces grain. It takes away a lot of the colors, it takes away that sharpness, whether you're looking at pictures or video. So, in brief, you want to try as best as possible for the best and sharpest picture to keep your ISO sensitivity down. You're going to 100. But you got some cameras now, even crop sensor cameras, that's up to over 1 million ISO. Pictures are not usable, but they have it there. It's usually for market employees, but that's neither here nor there. I digress. Again, keeping your sensitivity or your ISO sensitivity low will produce the best pictures, but every situation is not going to garner that. So when you're in those situations and you have to bump it up, go ahead, bump it up. Later on, I'm going to talk about auto ISO, making sure you set a limit to how far you want your camera to go, but letting your camera do all the work so you can control the aperture. You can control the shutter speed, and the ISO would do its own thing. This was one of the short ones because ISO is pretty simple and plain. You've seen it on your phones. Sometimes you definitely, if you have an iPhone and you hit that block and it has that little sunlight dial and you raise it up, it increases the light, makes your picture brighter. You take it down, makes the picture darker. A similar processes is going on in that crop sensor camera that you have. But again, remember, ISO is just the sensitivity to light. So the more you increase it, the brighter your picture will become. The lower it down, the darker it will be. It'll be a lot more sharper. If you have any questions, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, share, and on to the next one. Again, my name is Jose, aka the Crop Sensor Photographer. Y'all be blessed.